Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. There's nothing more frightening for a content creator than to see out of the blue your channel disappear right in front of your eyes. All of your hard work for many, quite literally years of blood, sweat, and tears simply washed away in the blink of an eye. Well, that is exactly what happened just yesterday to the YouTuber Mischief, who ran afoul of the YouTube moderation system where what originated as a simple appeal for a video being demonetized over the game Battlebit Remastered due to YouTube's automation age restricting the video to, over the course of a matter of hours, seeing his channel of over 170,000 subscribers completely terminated, and YouTube being about as helpful as we have all come to know them to be. So, I don't do these very often, as I typically directly try not to weaponize my own audience for very good reason. However, in this instance, I feel the support and potential aid might be for a sufficiently beneficial enough outcome to warrant it. So, this video will serve two distinct purposes. The first is to, of course, outline the chain of events over this situation that Mischief is being forced to deal with, and the second, to help in putting out at least some feelers out there. So what has happened? Well, it all started with a bot, as it seems all things YouTube related do. Now, I believe it was June 18th that Mischief released the video titled Battlebit Remastered Killed My Love for Battlefield. What is Battlebit Remastered? Well, as you can see on your screen, it is a low-poly first-person shooter that people are currently enjoying to an extreme degree. It supports up to 254 players per server and maximum concurrent player metrics that would make any FPS developer drool with envy. Well, the game is also currently enjoying a whopping 90% positive on the user reviews on Steam. Right now, the game is doing gangbusters in terms of numbers and sales, which, for a $15 title, is extremely impressive. That video by Mischief started off with all things being completely fine. The video was doing extremely well, ranking in at the top spot for Mischief's channel in terms of views when compared to the other 9 previous videos over its first 24 hours, and for that first 24 hours, the video had remained fully monetized. However, a short while later, YouTube's automated system applied an age restriction to the video and limited the monetization of it, which for all intents and purposes completely removes monetization. And as is the case, despite YouTube's constant protestations over the years claiming that this does not happen, despite any YouTuber being able to tell you that it very much does, the views fell off of a cliff. Mischief then reached out to YouTube support for assistance because of this demonetization. He then received an email stating the following: "We wanted to let you know that our team reviewed your content and we think it violates our sex and nudity policy. We know you may not have realized this was a violation of our policies, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. In time it occurred, you can see an example at 2 minutes and 41 seconds in your video. While this is one example, there may be more instances. We realize this may be disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal this decision." So what was originally determined by YouTube to warrant a simple age restriction and demonetization now apparently warranted the removal of the entire video simply because Mischief did not want the video to be age restricted and demonetized. However, because Mischief's channel does not have a history of violating YouTube's terms of service and guidelines, they were content to let it go with the equivalent of a warning and the removal of the video. Definitely an escalation of force in that regard, but not completely damaging yet. And then Mischief did what any YouTuber would do in his shoes. He went through the appeal process provided by Google and YouTube a second time, or at least he tried to. You see, he had first attempted to use YouTube's @TeamYouTube, which is the automated account YouTube has set up on Twitter, to handle things of this nature, much like how when you call a large business, you have to go through a labyrinthian phone tree in order to find the proper department and get the support that you need. That automated system seemed unable to view the current status of the video and stated that the video would remain age restricted, despite the video having already been removed. So he tried a second time and his entire YouTube account was then summarily terminated. YouTube then confirmed that after an appeal for the now complete removal of his channel, that his channel violated their policies and would not be restored. So what was it exactly that saw Mischief's video get age restricted to begin with? Well, I obviously don't dare show you the video clip here on YouTube without at least removing what YouTube thinks is the naughty bits. However, the clip is posted to Mischief's Twitter. What it shows is one player healing another, and while doing so, nodding his head responding to voice comms. This gives the look of well of two people in the thick of battle having one last go of things. But this is confirmed by a comment that was on the video where a person states, "I am 100% certain that was me crouching in that corner, hadn't got my mic working, so I just nodded at people when I healed them." And I will simply state quite plainly that while a situation like that is funny and could be taken in a suggestive manner, as Mischief clearly did by the overlay meme of the man shouting, it in no way should result in the termination of his entire channel for this one small clip, especially considering his channel does not have a history of this sort of thing. Now, I've seen multiple people tagging me into Mischief's Twitter threads hoping I could be of assistance. Unfortunately, the extent of my influence is no greater than Mischief's is in this regard. Neither of us have been assigned representatives at YouTube. Neither of us have contacts at YouTube. At one point in time, Total Biscuit did share with me some back-channel communications means during the Alex Maurer fiasco, but those lines of communication have been shut down by YouTube for literally years now. So I'm in a position of wanting to help, but simply not having the means of doing so. So I've been reaching out to other creators, hoping that at least one or more of them would have some form of back-channel access to someone at YouTube who might be persuaded to assist. Unfortunately, so far that effort has been in vain. There is at least a small glimmer of hope, though, as The Act Man, a channel with over 1.7 million subscribers, has promised to help however he can. In addition, Angry Joe has responded stating that he would be reaching out to his YouTube rep regarding this situation as well. But while there is that glimmer of hope that a good YouTuber might, with a heavy emphasis on might, get his channel restored, however, I do want to help in whatever way I can to increase those chances of success. So I am going to weaponize my audience in this instance, or at least attempt to. And what I'm asking you, my dear viewer, to do is to reach out to your favorite YouTubers and see if they will be willing to help Mischief, if they have any lines of communication to YouTube or to a YouTube rep, for them to help YouTube become aware of what has happened to Mischief and through their assistance, at least increase his chances of success. Now, I know that I would want as many people out there at least trying to assist much more than very few, or worse yet, none at all if I were in Mischief's shoes. Mischief is a games YouTuber and a good one. He most certainly does not deserve to see his entire channel deleted over what was originally just a simple single video age restriction. And it is situations just like this where content creators should be banding together and doing whatever we can to lend our assistance, not only because that same assistance would be extremely beneficial if such a thing ever happened to any of us further down the road, but also because it's simply the right thing to do. So yes, I'm asking for your assistance on the behalf of Mischief. He did not ask me to do this. I'm doing this of my own volition because it is the correct course of action. So if you can, lend a helping hand to Mischief and reach out to those other creators to find if any are able or willing to assist him. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.